Hello there. I'm just going to make a garden gate using the domino doweller, and I've used this machine for various things, but I've never used it really for making gates with or any external type work. And I thought, well, if you use them sort of like your own homemade oak dominoes, which, you know, I thought, well, why not give it a go? And normally I would use my hollow chisel mortiser or a chain mortiser to do 5-bar gates, but it's only a little small side type gate that I'm making in a 5-bar fashion. Not exactly what you'd expect for a 5-bar gate, because I'm just using what I've got laying around in the garden. So, and bits of old constructional lumber, like this bit of old beam I ripped out, you know. So it's not perfect, by no means, but it's what I've got. So I'm quite happy to use it, and the best bit of wood I think is the piece at the top here, on the top rail, which is a piece of Douglas fir, which was salvaged from the sorting office in London from wartime. And these were a series of big beams these into lumber, but it's a beautiful old Douglas fir. And it was used to protect the mailing office from the buzz bombs during the war. These, you know, literally these beams were sandwiched together, and like, you know, so the roof was like solid, absolutely solid Douglas fir. And how good it was to protect it, I don't know. I don't know if they ever got hit. I don't think they did, because I've got some of this in. But so yeah, I'll be splinters, won't I? So no further ado, I'm going to put this gate together using the domino doweller. I've got the domino doweller 7-ton XL. The domino XL is the big one, extra large I suppose, a bit like me. So I'm going to use these wherever I can. Once it's set, get on with it. Should work, shouldn't it? Yeah? I'm not going to say it's going to be as good as mortise and tenons, but you know, it's going to do what I need it to do. And after all, it's only a gate. So yeah, and I've made that a rubber wood. First of all, I'm going to put all the mortar slots in these rails first, the bars, mark the top of each bar, so that's going to be the top, so I'll put up with arrow, yeah, so I know that that's going to be the face side of my domino doweller, but equally the top of the bar. So, place it on the end and see if it's in the middle. What I'm going to do is actually use the pins to mark the top edge, and then the pin to go in that mortise hole to work out where the next one goes. So we'll use the middle pin to do the next one. Whoa, that. So they fit in there like that. So yeah, reasonably tight. Can't see my beautiful smile. Right, just put that there for a second. A bit of wood. I've done the end of that one on one end so far, but so I don't have to adjust it each time or change the settings from the right to the left. I'm going to do all this side, one side first, and then I'll do the other side. So do one end of each piece first. So I'm going to decide what's going to be the top. In this case, it's the top. So that'll be top. So we'll do that end first. And so. Do that. Next one. Mark the top. Just for that end. Now, I don't know if you ever used domino doweller, but you must use it with some form of extractor. If you don't, you're going to end up with a gooey mess around this part inside here. If you can see it, and there's that little piece of metal. Now, if you don't use the extractor with that, all the rubbish obviously end up in here, and if you're doing any pine or any resinous timber, that'll all stick to that. And what will happen is, as you're trying to use the machine, it will build up and build up and build up, and if you use it for like 70mm deep, the full depth of cut, you'll restrict your depth of cut, and what will happen is you won't be able to push it all the way in. Okay, I think this is only set to 45mm, so it isn't too bad. But if you're trying to use it on, say for instance, put it onto the 70, so the deeper cut, it's going to push it much further. And what happens is the build-up in here interferes with you being able to actually get the full depth of cut. And where it become apparent is when you're doing your glue up and you're trying to squeeze it all up, and all your dowels at the correct length, but the actual mortises might be too shallow. So that will cause you big problems. So you have to take it all apart again and either cut all your little tenons shorter to compensate for the difference. So that's just a bit of a tip there. Always use the extractor with the domino doweller. Middle one into the slot. So the reason for you putting the mark on there, like I said before, it gives you an indication of what is your face side that you've done your cuts from. Well, that ain't happened before. Knocked the switch as it fell off the bench. Working from the right to the left, I'm now going to put those out of my way so I don't make a mistake. Pop those ones out. Little button on the side there, push that in, they pop out. Yeah. And so our first cut is up against that first pin. The second cut will go within the heart, within the mortise, and up against that pin. Now I'm going to do the bottom rail. Very simple. I'll be putting two mortises in on the end, but they're going to be on top of each other this time. Set side by side like the bars. There's a little bottom rail that I'm going to put on, and the reason I'm using this bottom rail instead of a bar is because it's what I've got. So I'm just going to put one there and one there. If you use the pins for aligning purposes to expect yours exactly central or whatever, the reason I say that is I tend to go with the flow. So if you do, for instance, like these ends of these bars, you know, it's not exactly the same distance from the ends. That's fairly close to it. But on this one, as you see, it's close to the top, that's close to the edge here, and not close to the end. Not all going by the pins nearest to. It'll still do the same job. It's not as visual, it's just got to do its job. So, quite good for this one. If you're using the pins for alignment purposes, don't expect them to always be exactly central. The reason why I say that is I tend to go with the flow. So if you're doing, for instance, like these ends of these bars, you notice they're not exactly the same distance from the ends. Well, that's fairly close to be fair. But on this one, as you can see, they're closer to the top, that one's closer to the this edge here. They're not so close to that end, because all I'm going by is the pin nearest to. It'll still do the same job. It's not as though it's visual and you can see it, it's just got to do its job. This end, I'm going to put 4 dominoes in. I've just got to work out where the marks are going to be for each of the domino cuts. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just sort of like dry fit one end, or sort of fit, I mean just so I'll lay it out from one end. I can then transfer marks onto the hung side, for instance, which is slightly wider, and then I'll transfer that, or I'll marry them up with the closer side. What's wrong with me today? Dropping stuff. Hello there. I do realise and understand that the domino doweller is an expensive piece of kit, and for a beginner or whatever it's not really ideal, unless you've got tons of money, because they are quite expensive and they're in 1,000 to 1,100 euros in Europe. So yeah, they're quite pricey, but I did buy it for a specific job and it's actually paid for itself, so I've got it now. So I'm just trying to still make use of it, and yeah, and I use it a lot. You know, it's much better than any biscuit joint or anything like that, and yeah, the Craig jigs and stuff. I feel that they're okay for what they are, but the domino doweller is, I have to say, it is a brilliant tool and extremely strong, especially if you use it correctly. I've seen some videos of strength tests and stuff like that, but the dominoes are so short, they're never going to be strong. They're really quite unfair tests. I think they're from domino haters, really, but I love my minute machine here. I've got it anyway, so I've got to try and make use of it how and whatever way I can, really. And in this case, I'm just making this game. So. So that's all the actual mortises cut now. So I've already pre-cut my dominoes, so they're all ready. I just got to mix some glue up, and then I can think about clamping them together. So yeah. So how long did that take? Did I have, what, 20 minutes? 20 minutes to cut all those mortises? Well, it wasn't long, was it? So about 20 minutes, I think. So next stage is glue up.